minutes ago so I could visit with Eddie.
This is Eddie?
This is Eddie. He's one of my favorites.
Oh, what a sweetheart.
We sponsor his stall, so I always come and check on him. So.
Did you name him after Eddie?
No, this is the horse's name.
It was just random that
That's
your
just
husband
happened.
and the horse.
Yeah, last year we did moose, and the year before we did maybe banjo. But banjo's gone, and now they replaced him with Cookie Crumbs, but Cookie Crumbs is out in the field.
Oh, okay.
Aren't you? You're here, though. You like to be rubbed. I'm Melissa.
And I'm Lisa.
And we're realtors in the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia.
We love where we live, and we can't wait to show you.
Welcome to the channel. So this is Carolyn Meyer. She is our program director for Ride with Pride. And we're here talking with her today to get some information on the program, the organization, how people can help, volunteer, and support it.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about it, Carolyn.
All right. Well, so we are Ride with Pride. We are a therapeutic horsemanship program in Augusta County, Virginia, more specifically Staunton, Virginia. We serve clients that have a varying degree of every type of disability. So mental, emotional, behavioral, physical. We can do it. We right now have a lot of students that are under the age of 20, so we have a lot of children who ride, but we do serve a lot of adults as well. And we work with programs like WorkSource, which is like an adult day program, and the Woodrow Wilson Rehabilitation Center. So we do a lot of different things with a lot of different types of people around the county, which is really cool. So this is the arena. So we'll do all of our lessons in here unless we're going to take the students on a trail walk. Which we try to do that at least once every 6-week session because it's really fun to get them outside and see how their skills that we've learned in the ring transpire out there, where the footing is a little bit, we're up and down, it's footy, it's uneven, it's rocky, where in here it's flat. So we might think that we're the bee's knees in here, but once we get out there on those trails, suddenly we're like, oh wait, I should probably put my heels down more. But like I said, we do every lesson in here. It's a really great space. The most students we'll have in a class is 4. And every student has a leader, a volunteer leader with them. So you can imagine 4 horses with 4 people leading those horses. And then sometimes we have sidewalkers. So it's a good space to accommodate all of those people and all of those horses.
So do you have a success story that you can maybe think of? I'm sure there's many, but something that just kind of warms your heart and is a great example of what Ride with Pride has done.
I think one of the most profound stories is our student who suffered a TBI, which is a traumatic brain injury, about 10 years ago. He's an older guy. He's almost 30. And when he first started riding with us last year, he needed a lot of assistance. He had 2 sidewalkers on each side, a horse leader. We had to use the biggest horse in the barn. So this is somebody, he doesn't have a lot of independent sitting power, so we're literally holding this giant man on this horse. And after 3 sessions with us, so 3 6-week sessions with us, so he started in the spring, so going into fall, one day we just realized that the 4 sidewalkers weren't really doing anything because he had built so much muscle and so much strength to hold himself up, even though he's nonverbal, he has a traumatic brain injury, and he's in a wheelchair. And all of a sudden, this man was riding on his own. Our sidewalkers were like, we don't know what to do because they weren't having to hold him. So that is probably one of the most profound, like we were crying at the end of that lesson because it was just like we did this. Like we did this for this person. And because of that, he was able to go skiing that winter. At Massanutten, which if nobody knows, they have adaptive skiing up at Massanutten, so big shout out to them. So he was able to do that, and he also was able to enroll in a program at JMU where he can swim.
Oh my gosh.
And none of that would have been possible if he didn't come here.
Because that's good for core stability, right?
Exactly,
and that was
that's
probably
a big
what did
part
it.
of it. Yep, exactly. And with him, it was just as simple as doing a lot of transition, so a lot of like walk forward a few steps and then stop. because he would like lean forward and lean back, and that's contracting those muscles without even noticing. And yeah, so we were flabbergasted that he was able to hold himself. It was amazing.
That is a wonderful story. Thank you for sharing.
Absolutely.
It's a great example. And I'm sure that's like one of many.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I could go on all day about the kiddos who on paper have behavior issues, but we never see it here.
Never see.
You know, and I'm writing progress reports. I'm like, I don't know how to say any of it. You're like, this kid, he's great. Like, I have a different version of the kids when they come here because the horses are just that powerful. And the kids are just that happy when they're here.
Hands-on.
Yeah.
Like you said, the routine, the consistency of we brush. I loved when I got to see the little, I forget his name, but he was
Picking the feet out.
And I'm like, look at him go. He's like 5 or 6.
Seriously. Oh my gosh,
and that is not, we don't do that at home. So it does, it teaches them responsibility and consistency.
And again, it's that the power of the animals cannot be, underestimated.
Yep, the ramp's
You're
out.
on the ramp, perfect.
Yep. So the thing that we don't have, which is something that I would love to be able to get in the future, would be a lift for the students that are in wheelchairs. Now, we're very fortunate right now that a lot of the riders that we do have that are in wheelchairs, they come with their own assistants, so they're able to transfer from the chair to the horse relatively seamlessly. However, that doesn't always happen. We don't always have the aides come with them or the home help or whoever it is. And so then we were very limited to how we can help those individuals.
Yes.
So getting a lift is something that I would love to be able to have. It gives a little bit of dignity and independence back to the rider that way without having to feel like they're being manhandled just to get them on the horse. And it's just an apparatus that would go right here and you get trained on it. But it's manual and it just is something that we should really benefit from. So in the future, I would be looking at grants and maybe some donations to help us get that. Because that will just increase the students that we can help safely and like in a good way.
Sure. All right, Carolyn, so what can the community do? What are some goals, short-term and long-term, things that you need here at the barn?
All right, I think right now our most immediate need is volunteers. We cannot run this program without volunteers, and they help us in many different aspects. They lead the horses, they sidewalk with the students, but they are also a barn buddy, and it's somebody that our students can rely on to be here week to week when maybe their rest of their life is a little bit up and down. They can count on the same faces, the same horses here. So we are just starting our first summer session, and we'll do this until the end of June. I think June 16th, I think is the last day, and then we'll take a quick break and we'll be ready to start again on July 7th for another 6-week session. So we definitely need volunteers to help with that. We have at least 40 students every session, and every student needs a leader at least.
So I'm also,
Go ahead, no, you go.
I'm hearing you say check the website because you do have sessions, so I think that's an important thing for people to know.
Yep, a lot of information for scheduling and when our next session is going to be, and any information about volunteering with us will be on the website.
Okay, gotcha.
You can also get to the website from the Facebook page as well.
Okay. Look, Carolyn, thank you for your time today. We appreciate you taking time to kind of go through what Ride with Pride is, where it's located, and what we can do to help.
Yeah.
This has been a lovely afternoon for me, so thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for coming out and seeing what we do down here. Yeah. The horses were all happy to meet you.
Yeah. So sweet.
Not as happy as I was to meet them.
Aww, so perfect.
Yeah.